Hey, dear.
Did you get the seat?
Yeah, just make sure that you tell them to keep the mic close.
Oh.
You won't have to stack her. Hey guys. 1 minute, dear. 1 minute. Hey, dear. Turn the camera up a little. Turn it up.
Which one?
Turn it up. I don't know if it's going to stay. We might need to stick something under there.
Is it better?
Yeah, I guess. It's too much. That's good. That's good. Okay, you ready? Just got to kill the music. Don, you'll let me know if it's too loud or too low.
Who do I ask about that?
I think they did. I asked them once, but. All right, here we go. It's 5:01. Got to kill the music.
I'm gonna kill you.
This is Cape Coral Talk Radio. And now, broadcasting live from Hook Island Grill in the heart of downtown Cape Coral. Here are the hosts of Cape Coral Talk Radio, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you all very much. Appreciate that. And thank you all for coming. It's so nice to be back in the routine of interviewing people here at Hook Island Grill. And we have a great show lined up for you today. And of course, if you didn't know, it is Art Festival weekend. And I think it's something like the 44th annual Art Festival or something that's put on by the Cape Coral Rotary. The roads will be blocked off starting tonight at 5:30, right, Don? 5:30. And then they'll be blocked off, not all the roads, just this one road out here. Which road is it?
Cape Coral Park.
Cape Coral Parkway? Yeah, and it's going to be, I don't know, they said hundreds and hundreds of vendors or something. You got the right, that's 4. Why would you grab microphone 4? You're always number 2. You're always number 2. I'm number 1, and you're number 2.
Maybe on the show, but not at home.
Yeah, and we
At
have.
home, you're number
Don't encourage her, please. So just go on and on with the insults.
Oh, yeah, I'm locked and loaded tonight. I've had enough Diet Coke.
I know.
To wake me right up.
So the.
And you turned the speaker on right in my ear.
I waited for you to walk by and then I cranked it.
Now, besides having, I was talking to these guys, besides now having extremely high cholesterol, I'm deaf in one ear, so.
Yeah, and the, I don't know if you saw the Facebook today, but Liza King announced that she's running for, District 6. So that puts us with 3 candidates for that office. Liza, Ray Muley, and Annette Warren, right? And we're going to have Ray on, I think, next week for half the show. And also, who else we have? Rich Leon on for half the show. They're running for different things.
We're gonna need to get a board to keep it
Yeah.
all straight, because y'all got a lot of council
Yeah,
people.
there's 4 seats that are open. There are going to be more announcements, I'm sure. So we do have Council Member Derek Donnell coming up. We haven't had him on. He's going to come up and be on the show at 5:30. But what we wanted to do to start the show is highlight a local business. We love local businesses. And one of the folks, one of the business owners that we met are John and Julie Price from the Cape Coral Boat Cruises. So we want to bring them down and have them talk about their business. Big hand for our local business owners, John and Julie Price. There you go. And we met them and interviewed these fine folks when we were at the where the hell were
Tree
we?
lighting.
Oh yeah, the tree lighting festival, and interviewed them during
Yes,
that.
they were very gracious
Wonderful event.
when we called and had to change their time around.
Yeah.
You guys came right on down and you brought your, was it two
Yes.
grandbaby girls,
Yes, my
right?
darling little granddaughters.
Yes, yes.
There you go. You're on now. And so, how did you guys meet? How long have you been married?
We've been married, I don't know if I'm on. Am I on? There we go. Yes,
Yeah,
we've been married,
Sure.
oh, here we go.
okay,
Go ahead.
okay. 42 years, 42 wonderful years.
You
Very
must have
nice.
got married when you were like 12.
I was a child bride. Yeah, I was a child bride. Yeah, that's right.
And how did you meet? Where?
We met in college, and this is a great story. I was a freshman, he was a sophomore. We were at a big growler night, and he came up to me and he said, "You want to dance?" I said, "Okay." And so we danced a little bit. He was not the best dancer.
Nice.
So I said, "How about if we just get a drink at the bar?" So we went to the bar, and he said, "So how old are you?" I said, "Well, I'm 18." He said, "Oh, I'm 19. I don't date girls younger than me." And I looked at him and I said, "Not a problem. I already have a boyfriend. See ya." Next. So, but the end of the story is really cute.
All right, so on the way back to our apartment with my roommate, I told him I was going to marry her, and he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And I go, "No, I'm going to marry her." So for 2 years, I didn't see her. I met her 2 years later, and she was wearing these Xena jeans and a little eyeglasses, and I pursued her, and here we are, 42 years later,
Yeah.
married.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, he knew right off the bat. I was skeptical right up till I walked down that aisle, but he was right away. He was like, "Yep, we're getting married." I said, "Boy, you're really full of yourself."
So,
Yeah.
how many kids do you have?
We have 3 sons and 2 granddaughters and another granddaughter on the way.
Wow.
Great.
Very nice.
Now, how did you decide that you wanted to launch this business? And tell us a little bit about, what the boat cruise business is all
Okay.
about here.
Well, we decided when we bought our house here 5 years ago,
It's cutting out.
I worked for a big company that was sold, very typical, and I wasn't old enough to retire, and mentally I wasn't ready to retire at all. So I had to do something, and so we decided we were going to actually rent boats. But rent boats didn't work out because Ian came, and then people decided that they didn't really feel comfortable renting boats, taking boats out on the waters after Ian because of all the debris, sunken ships,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. So we decided to pivot, if you will, and then we went to captain school here in Cape Coral, got our master captain's licenses, so we could actually take people out and leave the driving to us, so they didn't have to worry about where you're going, are you worried about hitting an oyster bar, et cetera, et cetera. So that's kind of how it evolved into our company.
And we have a little thing we want to give you to thank you for having us on.
That's
Oh,
really why we
gifts.
invited you on, because we knew you'd be bringing gifts, and we love
Guys,
gifts.
swag.
Oh,
So you can
nice.
pick which one you want. There's a blue one and an orange one.
Very
Cape Coral
nice.
Boat
Very
Cruises.
nice.
And you can find us at capecoralboatcruises.com. And we got you some nice
Oh, well,
sunglasses.
you can never go
So
wrong
those are
with
good
that.
for when you want to be at the pool and not ruin your Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So we brought
I
that.
don't
Thank
think
you
I've
so
ever
much.
owned a.
Were
What do
you-
Ray-Bans cost these days? I'm guessing they're a lot.
I don't know,
got-
but like Maui gyms are $400.
Is that
Like
a
crazy money.
sunglasses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maui Gyms is
Yep.
a sunglasses.
Crazy.
Wow, I got to get out more. So, go ahead,
Can I
dear.
ask
Yeah,
a
go right ahead.
Okay. So when after you retired early, were you always a boater? Or did you just wake up one day and you're like, yeah, I want to be a captain?
No, we've been boaters for 40 years. We have vacationed up and down the coast of Florida, both sides, and we settled on Cape Coral because we love it here. The 400 miles of canals are a boater's paradise, and everything that Cape Coral is doing right now, as far as all the new things they're building, and I'll let John talk a quick bit about the water. The clarity of the water is amazing now.
John, your wife said it has to be quick, so she's put a time limit on how you're allowed to answer the question.
I'll make it real quick. So the water, I used to call it the Dr. Pepper River, the Caloosahatchee, because as you would go, it would look like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Well, now you can actually see 7-10 feet down in certain places. So Many things are contributing, but they're actually going to let the water flow out of Lake Okeechobee through the Everglades again,
Mhm.
instead of diverting it to this river and the St. Johns River going north. So it's going to improve the water quality. And the thing that makes us excited about everything with the Slipaway Marina, the remodeling of J.C. Park, the Seven Islands, Yacht Club.
the yacht
This is
club.
going to finally be a boater's paradise, which probably the Rosen brothers had in mind 50 some years ago when they developed this.
Yeah.
It's finally going to happen. So if you have a boat, you can go to places on your boat.
Yeah.
It's so nice to hear somebody say everything positive about what's going on
Oh.
around here, isn't it?
Well, we feel that way.
And we think in 5 years, you won't be able to find a house to buy in Cape Coral. We think when all these things go up, this is going to be a huge destination location.
Yeah.
People are going to want to come here from all over to boat, to enjoy our water. We have neighbors in our canal that said 20 years ago, before they diverted the water, it was as blue as Sanibel.
Wow.
So you get that blue water back here and all
Right.
these places to boat. This is going to be an amazing place to live.
And
We
if
love it
people
here.
are using the boat, then there'll be less traffic on the roads if they're using their boats to get around.
Well, we'd love to tell you to come and do our dolphin shelling trip. It's an all-day trip. We take you out to see the dolphins, and the dolphins now know our boat. They know our motor. They know my voice because I'm always squealing out at them. Then we take you up to Sanibel, and we take you over to Grandma Dot's to have lunch, and then we beach the boat, and then you go shelling. We have a shelling challenge to find the biggest shell, the smallest shell, all kinds of stuff. Get you back on the boat, give you snacks, and bring you back. And getting to Sanibel by boat is way faster
Oh,
than getting
God.
to Sanibel by
Oh,
car.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it makes a lovely day.
Now, do you know all the shells? I went to they have the National Seashell Museum over there, and it is amazing.
No,
It's
no,
a
no.
lot of seashells.
It's not the National Seashell Museum. It's the National Shell Museum. It's not Seashell Museum.
Okay, well, whatever.
It's the National. Well, you got to. It's the
It's
right.
like a
It's not a
big,
seashell
huge-
museum. It's the National. It's something else, right? It's a shell and something museum.
I know what she meant.
Yeah. All right. I just want you to besmirch the shell museum. that's all.
Listen,
Well, so-
Mr. So this morning, I'm just going to die. Yeah. This morning, I'm reading his newsletter that he does for the and right off the bat, he's using words that are not
One
correct.
word, not words.
So here he is now going to correct me on stuff.
Well,
I'm just saying.
inhabitable and uninhabitable. That was the only word.
Yeah,
that I
see,
got.
like they're opposites.
Yeah.
So really, you don't want to mess
So
that
this
up.
is 32 years of marriage.
Yeah.
31 years.
30
We're probably not going to make it to
So-
32.
So you'll get
Thank
past this
you.
when you get to 42.
You know, these
Just-
shows
Just
that we
you just
do.
roll your eyes and keep going. you
Yeah,
know?
these shows that we do are like therapy. We don't have to pay for therapy. We just go and do these shows, and this is how we do our
There you go.
therapy.
You
Yeah.
work it out. You
No,
work
I
it
can
out.
already sense that. You know, we're both captains, but I call her Admiral and everything's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. And how comfortable is your couch, by the way? I wonder if it's as
Yeah,
comfortable as ours.
you're always on the couch. I'm sorry. So when you go over there, do you tell everybody because there's a lot of shells, and there's a lot of ones that people really search out.
Well, what we try to do is we bring some shelling books, and we bring some shelling guides, and everybody that does this trip, they get a shelling bag to keep, and they go out and find their shells, and then we'll look them up in all these books and guides and see if they've got anything crazy unusual.
right.
And people love it. Actually,
Mhm.
it's very fun. We have like those big metal shovels you can really
Right.
dig in, and
How
yeah,
many?
it's
How
a
many?
wonderful trip.
How many boats do you have?
We have 3 boats that go out, and we have other captains that work for us.
Okay.
So it's just a wonderful. We're living our dream.
Yeah.
For
We
sure.
go out every day and get paid to tell people to see dolphins or take them to see sunsets or take them to the beach. It's the life of Riley.
Have you ever seen anything really unusual out there in the water?
Okay, so I saved this story. This is my favorite story from
I
last
led
year.
right into it.
Yes, she knew I was gonna. I was prepared for this.
Yes, you
Okay,
AI'd us.
We AI'd them. You gotta love AI. Learn it or be left behind, right? Okay, so we had a group of 4 people that wanted an all-day trip to Cabbage Key in Kayakasta, and it was his birthday. And so they were so excited to get over to Cabbage Key and see if they could find their dollar bill, that had taped to the roof of the building. And couldn't find their dollar bill. So, but they're funny and they're fun. It's his birthday. We're just having a ball. And we get him back in the boat after Cabbage Key, and we start around the corner to head over to Pelican Beach on Cayo Costa. And in the water, we see a creature that is the size of my body. It is not a dolphin. It is not a manatee. And we're like, what is happening? And we start to pull up, and it's a humongous sea turtle. And the
Oh.
turtle is
I was gonna say
flailing
octopus.
around. And our guest, the birthday boy, is like, I'm gonna jump in and save that sea turtle. I'm gonna jump in. I'm like,
Ooh.
now
Wow.
slow your roll,
Yeah.
slow your roll. Let's go
Yeah.
up and see what's really going on, if there's a net or whatever. We get up there. The sea turtle didn't need his help. He was busy
Oh,
with
another.
Mrs. Sea Turtle, and they were having the time of their life. Okay, so like creeps, we stayed there and videotaped for about 20 minutes. We're like, oh my God, they're
It's
doing
not
it.
that kind
We,
of
we had our
show.
Jacques Cousteau moment.
Okay, so you might think, okay, whatever, but I'll tell you what, we did some research because we do a lot of research. We like to share tons of educational information with our customers. So we did some research. We found out the typical age for a sea turtle to mate is 28 to 35 years old. They do not mate before then.
Mm.
And then they only mate once every 4 years.
Well, we know the feeling.
Well, okay. The couch is his second home. But anyways,
I
that-
think humans could take a page
A
out
lesson
of that
from
book.
that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
so what was amazing is the footage we got was like National
It'll be 10
Geographic
years
footage.
now.
And it was really cool. I mean, it was just like an
Did you say,
incredible-
wait, you got video for National Geographic?
It's like National Geographic footage because it's such a rare event to see them
PG
actually.
rated.
Yeah.
National
Yes, well,
Geographic.
we didn't get anything too
So
close.
Too
did-
risque.
when you did the research, did it say how many babies the turtles have?
Oh, here we
The mother will go onto the sand. She digs a hole. She works really hard and squirts out hundreds of eggs.
Yeah,
Covers it up.
in the sand.
Makes herself right back out to the ocean.
Yeah.
She's done.
And they
Game
all die.
over.
Every single one of them dies.
No.
Yes.
About 2%
Yeah.
live. That's
Yeah.
it. It's a
2%,
small
that's it.
percent.
It's
That's
a very
such
small-
a shame.
Well,
It is.
there's a lot of people in communities where sea turtles bury their eggs that are working to get those turtles back out there. They
Yeah.
protect them.
Yep.
They guard the holes, everything. So
Yep.
but she
Sanibel's got
doesn't-
a lot. The Fort Myers Beach has a lot.
she's
Yeah.
not really a mothering type. Drops
No.
the eggs.
Yeah.
See ya, I'm back in the ocean for the next 4 years.
And
till I get a
apparently
little
they can
randy.
swim around the world, but every 4 years they come back to where they were
It's crazy.
born.
It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And you can see if you go to SCCF's website, some of
Yeah,
them
they've
the
got-
turtles are tagged. You can see where they're and they fly. Those turtles like 100 miles an hour. They swim really
Yes,
fast.
they're very, very
Yeah.
fast.
So back
Yeah. What is that they get in, dear? What was that they
the
get in?
jet stream, right? Is that
right.
where they get it?
I saw that show, Finding Dory. Yeah.
So how big are your boats?
Our boats our biggest boat is 26 feet and it carries up to 12 people. And we
Is
have
it a pontoon boat?
yes, they're tri-tunes,
Tri-tunes,
actually.
yes.
So we love the difference between pontoons and tri-tunes. And most people that are boaters down here know that center pontoon, it just keeps your boat up. You never stuff the front and you just cut through the water. It's awesome.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't go on the water a lot.
Okay, well, okay. So
You don't need
it's
to
just
explain it to me. I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
it's just a really nice ride.
But how many people can you get?
12.
12.
You said 12 already?
Mhm.
Yeah. And so what is the cost for a sunset trip?
Okay, so our sunset cruise is amazing. I'm glad you brought that up
Thank you.
because for the next 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks in February, we're doing something magical. We're decorating our boats, and I showed you a picture earlier of our boats, and you can't really see it on here, so I'll show you
Right,
afterwards.
right.
But we're decorating our boats, and we're doing a Valentine's sunset cruise. So you get champagne, you get a charcuterie board, you get a fruit tray,
Wow.
crackers, 2 hours on the water, and it's a completely decked out Valentine's boat with hearts and big heart pillows on the benches. It's so cute. Our price is $75 a person. We do the first 4 on the boat are $300, and then each additional person is $75.
Okay.
So it's a magical.
That'd be a
event.
great like proposal
Yes,
setting.
yes.
Get
we've-
your family out there. And,
Yes.
Wow.
We've done proposals where we decorated the boat. We do a lot of bachelorette parties where we decorate the boat for the bride, and we do a bar crawl. So we go all the way down the coast, and then we take them over to Fort Myers Beach, and they hit some of those bars. And then we always have food on the way back
Yeah.
because you know how bar crawls can be.
Yeah.
And so we feed them and we bring them home. So we do a lot of fun stuff.
You-
And I do have to mention.
Sure.
Captain John is an expert fisherman, and he has a license to be able to take 10 people out. We would never take 10 because there would be so many hooks.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
bugs.
Yeah.
But I'll let you talk about that.
Anyway, we go out and we just go on the inshore fishing and we catch a lot of different species. We had a group yesterday. We got 7 different species in
Really?
a half day.
Our record is 78 fish in a boat in one day.
Wow.
Wow. What are you using for bait?
It's like now in this time of year, it's cold water, so you use shrimp, live bait. You know, you can use pilcher fish, but normally shrimp when it's cold water.
How
What-
and
what-
how long is that? And how much is that
It's
one?
a half day, and it's
Okay.
a minimum of 2 people, and it's $125 per
Okay.
person. But that includes my license covers them,
Right.
all the tackle, all the
Tackle,
bait,
mhm.
all that's there. They just show up, have fun, and what we do that's different. I don't just take them out. Captain Julie drives us around, and I take care of them to make sure that their poles are always in the water, that they're always fishing.
He
Right.
baits them, the hooks, he takes the fish off, and then we videotape everything.
Yeah.
So when you go back home, I send all the video footage of every fish you caught that day. So it's really,
Cool.
yeah, it's fun.
What's the biggest fish you've caught so far this year?
Well, about a month ago, last year, one of my friends got a 4-foot bonnethead shark,
Wow.
and he put
Wow.
it on the boat. And again, I have one rule: no sharks on the boat. Why?
That's a
Because they
crazy
can
rule.
bite us, bite the furniture, bite anything. But I was in the back of the boat helping guests. He was in the front. He caught it and he just netted it and threw it on the floor. And I'm like,
Get
"The
that
hell
out.
are you doing?"
Yeah.
That thing was snapping at everybody, and I'm like,
So do you throw all the fish back, or do you keep some of them for the
It
folks?
just
that-
depends on
Okay.
the people. If it's the right size fish for the season that the fish is in, then
Right.
they can keep them.
But
There's a
I
lot of
would-
rules.
I would say 90% of our guests are just down here with friends, family, and they just want to catch fish,
Catch and
enjoy the
release.
water for the day, and then we throw them all back. But we take pictures of them and keep track of how many they caught.
We saw a really fun fish this year that's very, very rare. We saw an actual sawfish.
I was just gonna ask you, was it a soft?
Yes, a sawfish, and that was very cool. You actually have to call the Coast Guard and report where you see
Yeah.
it because
Why?
they're so endangered.
Oh, I didn't know
They're
that.
endangered. Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to call FWC, and if you get it near the boat, a lot of them have tags on it.
Uh-huh.
So you need to turn in what the tag number was, just so they
Was
have
it
a
a big
record
one?
of the date.
It was good
It's
size.
probably
Yeah.
4 feet long.
And you
They're
didn't catch
so
it. You just
pretty.
saw it?
No.
You just saw it. You don't.
Yeah.
You're not supposed
No.
to try and catch them.
Right.
You want them to live. Our dolphin trips are amazing because they know our boat and they know our motor and they know my voice. So a lot of times when we get over by Picnic Island, a lot of people know there's a lot of dolphins at Picnic Island. So we get over there and we start calling the dolphins, and they'll come right up to our boat. They'll dive underneath our boat. They'll engage with us and play with us a little bit. It's really
Wow.
cool.
So if you're just tuning in or arriving, this John and Julie Price are from Cape Coral Boat Cruises. And are you 7 days a week?
We are 7 days a week.
And where do you keep your boats?
We have a really beautiful dock we built when we bought our house. It was a fixer-upper, and we put in a brand new pier 3 days before Ian hit. But it withstood because it was brand new, it withstood everything. So we have our 3 boat lifts there, and we do kind of you are already at a destination before you ever get on the boat. So we have a giant pirate, life-size pirate to take pictures with. We put in a putting green, so if you're waiting for another group to get there with you, you can go putt, and he's also an expert golfer. So
Wow.
a
A lot of expertise over there, John.
He does. He has a lot of.
So it's at your house?
Yes,
So where do people park?
in our driveway we have a huge
We
driveway.
have a big circle driveway, triple lot.
So you must have a really
Wow.
big house.
We have a nice house
Okay.
now. It wasn't
mean-
so great
And you must
when we
not
bought
have-
it.
You must not have an HOA because I know that would not.
Yeah.
fly.
What did you-
Actually, we
There
have.
is not.
There is not an
HOA.
HOA, but we actually went through the city of Cape Coral and made sure we crossed all our T's and
Nice.
dotted all our I's. And
Yeah.
So for the Art Fest tomorrow, we're really excited to be at the Art Fest, and we have something special for the Art Fest.
Very nice.
So if you sign up to do a cruise, if you sign up to do a cruise
There you go.
at the Art Fest, you're going to get a quarter zip sweatshirt with Cape Coral Boat Cruises on it.
Very
Nice.
nice.
So
Look
it's
at you guys.
super cute.
You
and
know
it's
how to
just a-
market, that's for sure.
Yeah. So it'll just be fun if you come over for the Art Fest. We did it last year and it was amazing. There's so many people that come out to
Yes.
it. I think 140,000 people
That's right.
go through the Art Fest. So
Yeah, we did an
wow.
interview with the folks from the art festival a couple of days ago, and they said 140,000 people. That's a lot of people to,
Yes.
to have on that one road.
yes.
It's not all at once, I don't think, but over time, which is very nice. So, how do people get in touch with you guys to
We
organize a?
Go to our website, which is capecoralboatcruises.com, and you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We had some influencers come out on our boat and they made some really cute videos of our Christmas
Who were
boat.
they?
Well, you know what? I'd have to.
That's all right.
Exactly.
Now you also showed us. It's hard to show now, but you showed us some really cool sunset pictures. So
Yeah.
it would be nice if anybody wants to see the pictures, or
Yeah.
if you put them up on your Facebook page, so people can go look at it on your Facebook page. They do look really cool.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. It
Yeah,
looked
I mean, the
really
sunsets in Southwest Florida are amazing.
Unbeatable.
And no
Yep.
two are the same. And it's really our wish. And that's one of the reasons we picked here is there's the sunniest place in Florida
Yeah.
is Cape Coral, and you don't have to shovel sunshine.
Yeah.
There
Right.
you go.
Yeah. So what did you, last question, what did you do for a living before you started this?
Yeah, what company did you work for? And then you.
I worked for an international chemical company. I was the president of it, and it
Oh.
was an international business and everything. And that's kind of what translates to this for us was all about customer service, customer contact.
We
And-
want everybody that comes on our boat to feel like they're part of our family.
Yeah.
And that's what makes us different. We just really, anybody that comes to our boat, we're going to make sure
Well, they're
get-
coming to your house, so yeah.
Because they come to our house, they come to our boat.
They're
and
using
it's-
your restroom. I mean,
It's just a
Yeah.
Very
very
nice.
intimate experience. It's not like a big charter company. We're small and it's very
Mom and pop.
boutique.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
nice.
And it's capecoralboatcruises.com, and you
Yep.
can follow
Yes.
them on Facebook. And thank you guys so much for coming out.
Well,
We
thank
really
you for
appreciate
having
your
us.
time.
Happy
Being here
New Year.
for our first guest.
Thank you for the stuff.
Yeah,
You're
thanks for all the
welcome.
merchandise. So, and good luck with everything. And looks like it's going to be a great night tonight out there for a sunset cruise.
Yes.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, let's hold on to number 2, and I'll take that one. All right, you guys, thanks a lot. Have a great night. And yeah, I see our next guest is here in the back. I didn't see him sneak in back there, but our second segment is going to be with Cape Coral City Council member Derek Donnell. Come on down, Derek. Big hand for it. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Come on, Derek. Right. If you have any questions for the council member, you can either type them in the chat box or you can come up to the microphone, and Derek's saying hi to everybody, giving everyone high fives. How are you?
Always good, man. What's going on?
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Grab a microphone, and we're going to be on this camera right here on Facebook and YouTube Live, and it doesn't matter. You got one there. All right. Nice and close with the mic, and how are you?
Good, good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Anytime.
We're glad to have you. So the first question is, how did you find Cape Coral? How did you wind up in Cape Coral?
That's a heck of a question. Well, I had finished my tour with the Marines, and then they go back, and my home is in Mississippi. So the wife, I was married at that time. We got married. We sat down one day and decided where we wanted to live and raise a family. So we did a secret ballot, list the top 3. And the top 3 hers was California, Florida, and Maryland. And mine was Maryland, Florida, California.
Uh-huh.
So the one we synced was Florida. My brother was here. My sister was here. So we came.
So you're a Marine, right?
Yes.
Hoorah.
Yeah. So what did you think?
You did Paris Island. You
yeah.
were
Hoorah.
down- That's right.
Yeah,
I
ma'am.
I was down there as a kid, but obviously at a different time than when you were in what, 1990s?
Yes, 89, 90 Gulf War veteran.
When you, politics aside on this question, when you saw what the United States military did to go into Venezuela and extract one person from one building
Well,
where they didn't
two,
know
but yeah.
two people, and nobody gets hurt, no machinery gets damaged. I mean, I'm in awe of that. What did you think of that operation, politics aside?
No, that's the training. I mean, that was the training. You know, I was an officer, and that's what we learned in grunt school. And this is a goal in all operations, is to do it in that manner.
How much do you think, is there a lot of stuff about our military that people don't know and will never know, and it's a good thing they don't know?
I agree with the first two parts. Maybe whether or not know. You know me, I'm all about putting it on the table.
Yeah.
And I think that the more you know, even the dark side of it, the better you have a
Really?
grasp understanding. Yes.
So how and why did you get, well, you're a school teacher.
Yes.
What
Well, you did more than that.
I've done a lot.
Yeah, you were a principal.
Yes.
take us up through all
Yeah.
that before we get to the council stuff.
I was here. I moved here in 90. I can't even remember now. It's been so long. I've been here like 30, 40, 30 years, 20 years, whatever. It was 85. No, 95. So that makes
I was
what?
gonna say.
5, 15, 25, 30 years. And so I was with the school district.
You're not a
I was-
math teacher, obviously.
No.
Well, you did some science teaching.
Yes.
Yeah.
So most of the folks, I'm pretty sure I'm tied in with someone that I've had, and I was here. I see a number of the employees now are my students when I was at Cape Coral High School teaching science. And then I went on and I have some students who I was a principal over at ALC West. It's no longer there. I was a principal at Calusa Middle. And I've now settled. I was at James Stevens as a
Yep.
middle school teacher. I taught at Ida Baker as a science teacher. And now I'm at Dunbar Middle. So I'm tied in. And I've been tied in with the students. And it's great now. I work at FSW as an adjunct. And matter of fact, we just started yesterday, and I have at least 13 of my students that I've had before. So it's really cool.
How do
And
you,
this isn't your first time on council, too, correct?
That's right. I was elected back when we hit that crash back in 2000,
2008.
those 2007, 8 in that era.
well, how do you have the time to be on the council with all the school hours?
I don't sleep.
Yeah, well, the council meetings are during the day though, when you,
Yeah, but
Normally be in school, right?
hours, no.
So on the Wednesdays we have the cows, then I'm here. And then on the Wednesday we have at night, I'm there in the morning. But I
got you.
literally, you never stop being a council person. There is not your here, there. That hasn't changed in the 2 times before and the 1 time now.
so what made you decide to run back in 2008-ish?
Insanity. No, just kidding. All right. No, I actually, it was a couple of friends and said there was going to be a vacancy, and then they spoke with me. And when they first said, I was like, get out of here.
Right.
But then I started looking at some things that were going on, and I said, hey, I could be helpful. I've been down that road before. And so then that's what I love this city. I raised my family. He has been good to me. So when I had something I felt in the tank, I could still give back.
So what were the issues back then when you first came to the council?
Nothing that's here now. The UEP is not an issue back then. No, just
Okay.
kidding. The
Oh.
UEP has been with us just there, and we were starting to grow. So the issue about the growth was happening, but the one thing that was at the top of the chart was the infrastructure for UEP. That just kind of drove everything.
Gotcha. And so you're on for 4 years, and then you decide not to run, or did you run again and not win?
I ran again. Actually, I was the first council member in quite some time that got reelected.
Okay, so
So
your
I had a second term.
second 4 year, were they 4-year terms back
Yes.
then? Okay, so then your district got changed around. Is that what happened?
Yes, it got redistricted. So now it moved from, I'm in the same house and they changed it from 7 to 3. And I understand now they try to get a balance of people within a particular area, which is why you see the districts drawn the way they are.
So you were two terms first time, then you can't run after 2 terms, can you? Or,
You have to sit out 1 term,
One
at
term.
least 4 years, and
And
then you
then
can
you
run
got
again.
back in.
okay. So you run the last time and win, right? This past term, what year did you run and what number of year are you in now?
This is the beginning of my second.
Okay.
I just ran this last time
Okay.
for city council.
Why
So
did you
have
run
2
again?
more years.
Yeah.
I have 3, with 2 or 3 years. Yes.
Why did you decide to do it again? 8 years wasn't enough insanity?
I think I am a proponent of term limits. I think that that's one of the things we need to just deploy across the spectrum. But the answer to your question is, if I could have the power, it would be 12 years.
Uh-huh.
The first 4, you're really just kind of learning.
Right.
By the time you have learned it, you're getting it, then you have 2 years, and then, you know, someone is so 12 years. So there were some things I just wanted to see come to a conclusion to run this time.
So when you finished the first 8 years, it wasn't like you were done and then something happened and you decided to come back. You were always going to come back?
Yes, I just felt that the things that we would not have finished, you know, and the 2 that are coming to fruition now, the one big one was the golf course. So I'm so thankful that they moved forward on that. And I wanted to be part of seeing this UEP, you know, have the projection to be done.
So it was by coincidence, I was talking to somebody on the phone last night, and I mentioned that, you know, every once in a while, some council members get picked on. They get put in a clip of a video, and they get picked on, you know, Kyle and Julia's page. And I never saw you got picked on. And then lo and behold, this morning, there you are getting picked on with a clip of the video from the budget and about what you said about the budget. First of all, how come you don't get picked on like everybody else?
Well, thank you for letting me know. I'm not a social media person,
Okay,
and that's no disrespect. But if I could just be candid with you,
sure.
and everybody knows I call it like I see it, that to me is what's ruining our society. We're becoming
Social
so
media.
isolated,
Mhm.
social media, because the things that you all do are not, that's not what is the majority of what I've seen when I do see it. These type of things is what I feel that need to go forward to help move things forward. But what I'm seeing happening in my students and what I just kind of hear about,
Yeah.
it saddens my heart.
Yeah.
So when you told me that, I'm like,
So
okay,
you didn't see the clip?
I don't.
Yeah.
No, that was,
Okay.
you did say that to me when you asked to come on and we were chatting about it. You said you didn't know what we were doing because you're not on social media. I mean, you don't meet too many people who aren't on social media. It's just taking over a lot of people's
you do.
lives.
I think we don't.
What
but I
is the
think
rule?
there are-
What is the rule in school? The kids allowed to have their phones these days? I don't even know what the rule is. Are you allowed to have a phone?
I don't know much about the school board policies, but I think the last conversation they had came from the state where they could not have them. And I think they were trying to deploy that in the high schools only a particular time. I could tell you at the middle school, we've been doing the same thing it's a lot easier when they're younger.
Mhm.
So they can have them in their backpacks, but they can't have them out during
Yeah.
school hours.
Whoa, speaking of backpacks, did you see that on the news? That kid
Yeah.
brought a little 5-year-old kid.
It was
he
here.
He didn't know. I think it was
His
yeah, it
dad.
was his dad. I don't know what happened, but his loaded, what was a 9mm was found in the backpack. And so, you know, it's that I
Good
was
that they found
shocked.
it,
I
yeah.
mean, the kid was only 5 years old. From the story, the kid didn't know
No,
that
he
it
didn't
was
know.
in there.
I think his dad
But-
was transporting it from one place to another and forgot he put it in there. But
Still
Yeah,
dangerous,
yeah.
dangerous days.
so, did you listen to the radio this morning? Did you hear?
No.
Okay.
But I do watch local news now.
Okay.
I watch local news. I don't
Are
deal
you
with
like
all
a
that.
hermit in your house?
No,
No,
I don't.
computer. No.
No, I just choose things. I'm very
Yeah.
peculiar.
So
Without this.
anyway, so back to the clip that they made of you. It was about the budget when you were talking about the budget, and the criticism was people don't understand the budget. And you wanted me to ask you about that. Did you want to talk
Did
about?
you want to clarify what you said?
Not clarify.
I don't need to clarify. I meant what I said.
Tell everybody.
I don't know what upset them. So what upset them?
I think people felt that the comments were condescending, that you were trying to explain it to them because they were unable to understand it. If what I'm reading is summarized. So
Well, I led out with that. The one thing about telling the truth is you never have to figure out what you said. And I led out my comments with saying, if you watch it, I'm sure you said something
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
don't want to come off as being disrespectful or
I don't want to
condescending.
offend anybody.
But the reality is the way that our budget is structured, if you're truly going to understand it from A to Z, unless that was your training, unless that's something you deal with like the professionals, Monday through Friday to include Saturdays and some Sundays, 8 hours a day, there's no way to wrap your head around it just by looking at excerpts. That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so,
And you have a background in finance, right?
No, I do not. I'm an
Oh, I-
educator, and I do very well at reading, and I can follow it pretty well. I have a doctorate, but I can tell you there are some things where I have to call and have the professionals who spend their lives there explain to me. And once they explain it, I'm like, wow.
so you've now been able to see from the outside, looking at the council, then on the council, then again coming off and then back on. You've seen it from the inside
Mhm.
as a council member. How different is it when people are on the outside being critical of what they see? The word that you hear all the time, the biggest criticism is corruption. And I made a post, I know you didn't read it, but I made a post that, okay, because after a while, your head starts spinning with people saying there's corruption. And I said, if anyone has any proof of it, just send it to me or text it to me or call me and tell me where it is. Of course, nothing turned up from that. And nobody has uncovered anything that they sent to me anyway. So what's the difference when you're on the other side seeing the sausage be made so you can explain to people? You should understand it a little better when you're on the other side of that podium there. Know what I'm saying?
I understand. I'm trying to put it in words to be concise, because the view is different from the outside. When I set out home, and that was one of the things that galvanized me to get back in, because I know there's more information. There's a lot of information, and there are some things that we have access to, easier access because we're on council. Yes, we as transparent people can find it, but it's hard to find. If I want to get something, and I can just ask the city manager, have someone bring it to me there, whereas to search for would be kind of difficult, and we're working on that. But at the end of the day, it's just about education. I don't know if anybody's in the audience, but one of the things that I'm so proud about this city is the Citizens Academy. It's interesting to see what people, so that anyone out there that has that negative stealing, well, when they go through the Citizens Academy, you should see what they say on the other side.
Can you explain a little bit more what that entails? Because we've had other people talk about it, but I think it's worth reviewing what the Citizens Academy is and how long it is. I mean, it's pretty comprehensive.
I don't know the timing of it. I just know that they take each one, literally they're council people for a couple of weeks, and they go through each department like we do, and you get to see A to Z what's happening behind the scenes and get a better understanding of it. And I'm not one that sensationalizes, words matter to me, but everyone that has gone through the Citizens Academy, when they come out on the other side, they all say, oh my God, I did not know.
Because it teaches them about the government, the workings of the government. Is that what the whole thing's
Yes,
about?
how the city, it shows you where your tax dollar, how many times have you heard, my tax dollar not doing this, what are you doing with my tax dollar, what about, but you get to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And once you see it and challenge it with the people there and bring it, the revelation that people get is just heartwarming to me. I just wish everybody, would run through it.
And, well, if you're a resident, you can. You just go to the city's website and you can sign up for it. I don't know if there's a cost. There's a cost to it, right?
No.
It's free. I didn't know that. So one of the things I wanted to ask about was you were in favor of a tax increase, I think,
Yes.
by 1 point, right?
1 mil.
1 mil.
Yes.
Why did you want to raise taxes?
Now, the question is, why did I want to raise taxes? That question right there, raising taxes, that's not why I voted for that. That's the end result of what I wanted to do.
Wait.
The only way to get things done in a municipal government is we need the funds. The only funding mechanism that you have are taxes. So everyone, when I first was here in 1985, you all remember, I look right now, I was walking around. Some of you all who've been here longer than me remember how Cape Coral Parkway used to look, how 47th used to look. That requires money. People talking about, we want this done, we want that. Everyone wants, and that's understandable, but it requires funding. My concern and why I wanted to move to what would have resulted in that is I wanted the city to be put on solid financial ground, because I was here when the city collapsed back in 2007 and 2008.
Mm-hmm.
I was here when that construction ended. And what happened, if you go back in time, what's interesting is you're going to see that the council voted for the largest millage increase in the history of the city. That was the line, that was a headline.
Mm-hmm.
And they plastered all of our faces up there, and everybody was throwing dots. But I will tell you that some of my heroes, and I want to mention the late, great, my very respected Dolores Bertolini. and late Mayor Birch. I remember saying to them, you do know if you vote for this, you're not going to get reelected. And both of them said in separate times, they said, I could care less. It's what's best for the city. So if you looked at what the projection was for our budget for our city, then that would have kept us sustainable for the next 4 years without having to keep doing this pull and tug on the three-legged stool. So I'm just telling you right now, as I told you all then, when we need more information, we're going to either keep moving the FSA up, we're going to either keep moving the mill. It's going to happen because not only did we do that, I think we even went to the rollback rate, which caught me by surprise.
I think it caught a couple of
But
people.
again, you know,
Do you
that's
think-
the answer to the question.
do you
That's
think-
why I voted
So
to keep us financially stable and not have to guess at what the market is doing. And if we have that financial stability, then we could be able to refund the money back by lowering one of
Do
the
you think
sills.
it's financially stable now?
How are we defining financial stable? And each one of when we
Well,
start
I'm
talking,
asking you because you said it, that you wanted that you raised it before to make the city financially stable. So how do you?
yes, I was just kind of
Okay.
rhetorical. But
Okay.
somebody's getting a lot of energy out there. So what that means is each year, when we go through the budget process, which starts at the end of this month, we put through our objectives, things we want to get done, things that I've heard from every one of us since I've been here: roads, streets, infrastructure, sidewalks.
Mhm.
So one of the things that you see me screaming about, and I get excited about, was when we talk about financially, how we do this financially stable. Well, yes, we're going to be able to run the city.
Mhm.
The lights will come on, the water will come on, we'll be safe. But doing anything on the extra, if we have an emergency, then we're going to have a meeting and pull money from somewhere else. So yes, are we financially stable just to stay? Yes. If all we're going to do is just go home, turn the TV, stay there, and live a nice, fine. But to do the things extra to move us forward, we're going to need some more revenue.
So
Hold up.
yeah,
Your wife had a little energy. Did I specifically answer that question
Yeah.
about financial stability?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
so
I
the
think you're bringing some energy too there.
That's
Yeah.
right. I'm a school teacher. I'm always bringing
You-
it.
hoorah.
so what do you think about the citizens committees? There's when people come on the show that are running for office or have a concern, they say you're already making a face, so I'll just let you take it from there. Do you need the citizens committees back or
Now go ahead, give him a hard time now with his
What?
energy.
I'm not giving you his wife. You think I'm giving you a hard time in front of your husband? Not. Look. All you all going to run for office? Please don't say what you're going to do, because there are 8 council members. The only thing you can do is talk and try to get your point across and persuade, because you need 4 more votes to get anything done. So you might want to say, I want to work on, and hopefully that you can bring 4 other of your peers along. But where a lot of candidates make the mistake is this is what's going to happen when I get in. And as you all see, that does not happen. So as far as the piece about the committees, I made that mistake because I did not do my homework when I was running. So there are people that disagree. I'm okay with being disagreeable. When I mentioned about bringing the committees back, when you say to Derek Donnell, bring something back, my mind tells me it's gone. So when I said when I was running, I'm going to bring the committees back, I thought that they were gone. Lo and behold, then I get pulled over and learn that the committees, the name committee was stripped, but the amount of information and the availability to provide public input was still there. The only difference between what we're having now and a committee is the committee requires that you have an order there, you have to have notes, you have to have staff time. That doesn't make sense to me to be spending that time and money to just have someone record it when we can have that just someone take notes and put it and make it available.
Mhm.
So because that was already there, the only thing missing was the word committee. So you still had the budget advisory, not committee, but I think we're calling what do we call them now? It's not committees, it's something else we're calling them. Ad
Ad
hocs. All right. So the only difference between an ad hoc, thank you, and a committee is that the committee requires staff time and actual notes from a certified person, like the city clerk's office. So that does, to me, and I agree, I respect you if you disagree, that's not a good use of their time when we can have someone taking the notes and provide it.
All right. So you're a no on the citizens committees.
The word committee.
Bringing them back the way they were or something.
Well, no,
Okay.
as far as bringing the word committee,
Yeah.
the same 8 people are there.
Right.
With our ad hocs. The only difference is when you're talking about bringing the committees back, you're literally just bringing 2 staff people and a person to record. The same 8 people could be there.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yeah, I
Are we
think so.
clear on that?
Not really, but that's all right. All right. I'm not clear on anything because I got a bad back, Derek. So please don't pick on me. So the the other thing I wanted to ask about was there's been some chatter at the last meeting, not the last meeting, the one before, about a strong mayor. Are you more comfortable with the way the government is set up now, or are you going to be part of the group that wants to go to a strong mayor? Look like you got a headache from that question.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking around the room here. I don't think anyone here really knows me except maybe one person. The only thing that keeps me going is to tell you the truth, and I'm not a sensationalist. I'm just a regular Joe. But every now and then there are things that get into my spirit that really concerns me. Now, I know you'll use the school board as an example, but I would say to you, be careful. Those of you all who've been here, just think about the mayors that we have had. This has nothing to do with them as a person. I don't deal with personalities. I deal with issues. But understand, when you go to a strong mayor, what that literally means is that one person has the power to do things that, although there might be a majority of others that think one way, they might say, well, you know what? I was on council and we were talking about, let's start one that's going to get you going. By my fellow officers on there, I was on council when we had a mayor that said, you know what? Let's outsource. You're too young, you don't remember. But the mayor could then has the power to, boom, outsource to the police. Some things you heard, though, you were here. Remember, we had a mayor that said, okay, we wanted to build a bridge over here and make this like San Antonio. Some of you all remember that. That could happen. We've been through things. We talk about, no, we don't want to have gravity sewers anymore. We want vacuum sewers. That could happen. I don't think that any one person needs to, starting with myself, needs to have that type of power. The way that this is constructed and the way this city is constructed, it's a city council strong, meaning that you have to coalesce. You have to have 5 people. So I'm on the, I can't be as strong. You're going to hear me very vocal about that. Is something that is really transformational and for the city and for those that really understand where we're going with it. And that might sound condescending, but if you really study it, you'll see that the way that this is structured, especially with us going, the amount of detail and technical expertise the city manager would have, or in a strong mayor that they would, oh my God, that bothers me.
You're very big on letting the people decide.
I am very big on letting the people decide on anything. Is our part is to make sure that they're well educated, and we have done all we can to put the information there. Once we've done all our due diligence and providing an opportunity to have the actual information and the exchange of both sides, yes, but that's why they elected us.
Yeah, there's no doubt all the information isn't on the table about that yet. It was just a basic discussion of it. And I think it would need to go to a referendum before that's a major change right there, right, Don? That's a referendum thing, right? Yeah, it's got to go on the ballot to change. So, all right, we know you're opposed to that. So the other thing is,
Hold up.
Yeah,
I'm opposed. What did you hear me say?
I thought I heard you say you're opposed to a strong mayor type of government.
I am opposed to a strong mayor. Derek Donnell, one single person, no council. However, putting my counsel on, I do think that if we're going to move to that area, then we need to have all the information. And then at that point, if the citizens, they should be allowed to vote.
Right.
If that's what, but I've heard no one prior to what happened on council mention anything about that, which just caught me off guard that night.
So what do you think a council member should be paid? Forget about the past of what happened and all that. what do you think a Cape Coral City Council member should be paid based on the amount of time you put in, the jobs that you have to do, the committees, the other outside, ribbon cuttings and
Responsibilities,
all
yeah.
that stuff that you put in? What is the exact salary you should be paid?
I don't have a clue. But I do know that when I started, I think my first couple of terms was like $17,000 or something like that at the time we were moving. And then the next time, I know that the salaries went up. I can tell you from the first time to now, and I thank you for the committee that sat and toiled with this, there needs to be some compensation, needs to be increased. What that number looks like, I don't know, because we have to make sure that we have I haven't laid out the update. These are the pieces and this is what, but we can do a compensation study, just like we've done for the 75th percentile. And I think at an absolute minimum, as we do our compensation study, which in fact the committee that we had, the charter review committee did, they looked at it and they came up with some numbers that are feasible, but I don't have the education behind it to say this is the number, because if I'm going to say something, I have to be able to support it.
But you think it should be more?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
The amount of time, but this time compared to my first time is, oh my gosh, it's a lot different.
Yeah, when I hear you guys doing the committee reports at the end of the meetings, it's like, wow, there's something going on every single day. And, some of you are at this thing, some of you are at that thing. It's just trying to spread those 8 people out to get like ribbon cuttings. It's so nice to see the chambers. There's 8 ribbon cuttings every time they put out an email with on it. So there's a lot going on. And like this weekend, big event this weekend, 2-day event here
How
up
many,
the street here.
how many hours a day, a week do you think that you have to put into being on council?
It just depends on the week.
Mhm.
I could tell you, I've been here for so long. There is not a day in my life that I don't go because I'm out in the public that someone doesn't recognize me. Normally, my students now, I know when they were 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, now they're adults. They'd be like, Big D. So if you hear me, let me tell you, what about this? So for me, it doesn't stop. I was at Walmart yesterday. It doesn't stop. So
It's hard
the
to put a number
numbers,
on it.
the numbers, depending on the issue, sometimes you put in, like with the piece that's coming up. I know there's some things that really get people, when you see the public get very amped up, then I know that I spend a lot of time to make sure that I'm very versed in it.
When you say the piece, you mean the 7 Islands development or something else?
The one that's in front of everyone now is, when I'm here, is the old golf court and the yacht club.
Okay.
That's where all the energy is coming from right
So
now.
what do you, real quick, a couple of a few things off. What do you want to see at the golf course?
Me personally, I just think that we have an opportunity to make it, keep it green as much as we can. But I don't have a vision for it because I know I'm waiting. I can truly have an open mind. It's an easel out there. I'm not committed to anything. I would like to keep it as green as possible though. But I understand there's going to be some give and take. So I cannot tell you this is
Gotcha.
what I want.
What do you want to see at the yacht club?
Same thing, I don't have this is what's got to be there. I want something there that's going to make sense, and it captures what we have in our tradition, but it allows for us to continue to move forward.
Let me ask it a different way. What are you comfortable with the council spending on the yacht club?
I think that's a trick question. Not that you're trying to trick me, because until we know exactly the budget is going to depend on what the people tell me that they want. For instance, if you're going to want the 3 parking garage there and it costs this much, then that's what the budget's going to be. If the people say they don't want it, then that's what the budget's going to be, which is why we're having these charrettes and charades. I want to hear what people want. The people say this is what we want there. And then, okay, well, here's the price tag.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What are you happy with the way JC Park is progressing and how that whole thing is being transformed?
That's one of the things that got me elected. I'm not naive to that. There was so many promises making and going on. I can tell you that what I learned from it is that we're going to do things a lot differently as far as communication piece on the front end with the yacht club and the golf course that you're seeing now. The progress on it is going about the way that it could go with everything that has happened. So the direct answer to your question is, based on what's been going on and how this has gone, ebbed and flowed, I'm okay with what's happening.
One of the criticisms you hear, I don't agree with, but one of the criticisms you hear is that the council doesn't listen enough. How do you answer that? Because I'm sure you hear it.
Oh, I hear it every day, starting with my wife. All right, no, but okay,
That
can't
you
say-
don't listen,
can't
or
say
that you don't listen to the people?
No, that I don't listen to her. She is the people. But anyway,
She is the only people.
yes, ma'am. I asked the question on the diet. She was there. I asked them, and I ask you. I don't know. Then the question I asked to no one, and I mean no one, and I will ask those of you all who are here, then how am I to express to you that I am truly listening to you, even when I vote a different way? No one has answered that question for me. So my only conclusion I come up with is the only way I can show someone I'm listening is if I do what they want. And that's not how I understand communication. So someone needs to help me before I leave, because every time I don't vote the way they want to, when I say they, it starts with the queen, my wife. It's like, well, you're not listening to me. I'm like, hey, I'm listening. I hear you. I can articulate back to you exactly what you said.
You just disagree.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay.
So do you think this council does listen, or?
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and can you tell us how you think Mike is doing, the city manager?
Mike Ilchism. I don't know if you've had an opportunity. If you have not had an opportunity to sit with Mike, I want you to sit and just listen to his brain work. Only thing I ever hear about Mike is how much he's getting paid. But I want you to ask him a question about our water and let him start to explain what's happening at the water plant. I want you to ask him a question about the fire department and how this ISO piece goes. Ask him about the pen. Just ask him any question on the spot. That's why I told you. Can I say that? It's no, I don't ever. Do I have your permission to say what I said to you in the council? What you asked me the other day?
Sure.
He asked me, hey, Dr. E. Cumming, would you like to have some questions to be prepared? I hope, is that okay? I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
And I said to him, no. So my part is to come here, ask the question, be able to stand in the fire and answer you straight. So I don't want you to prepare. I want you to prepare something for Mike and ask him. And once you see him take you and explain about this city, what's going on and how the projection is, then I want you to tell me what your thoughts are, because the answer to your question is the level of expertise that we have in this city manager. Oh my goodness. And I've been through 6 of them.
Yeah.
He holds his own. So I think he's doing an excellent job.
Great. All right. Did you have any other questions? Does anyone in the audience have any questions for your city council member? See that? You're getting an A+ from everybody here. Anything else, dear?
No, I think.
Anything
I'm
else
good.
you want to share that we missed?
Yeah, I would just, and the people you all remind me of like when I'm in school, the people that show up for open house are the parents that don't need to be there. So, because you all are well in tune and you already know. So I appreciate you. And I'm going to ask that you all in your spheres of influence, please hold us accountable. But we have got to get back to treating each other with some dignity and respect. And it's okay to disagree. I could care less about what's happening in Washington. We're not going to survive if we don't pull together. So that's what I would like to ask, that each of you all make it a priority, starting here, to bring us together. Am I saying that we're going to be going out to dinner? No. But we can respect each other even when we have differences. We've got to do that.
Do you do town halls?
No.
Okay. It's not something you're comfortable with? I don't.
No, I haven't done them. I haven't seen as far as the benefit of them.
Okay.
Because when I did them before, there were only 30 people coming, and that's important for the 30. But I'm going to try to do maybe one like this in the internet where I can get a larger audience and really make it.
But people can reach out to you.
Yeah.
They can get a hold of you.
Oh, for sure.
They're able to find you
Oh,
out.
for sure. They stop me every day. I was walking here. I'm guaranteed before I get to my car, I was like, here we go.
Yeah. You're a
Tell me
popular
about
guy.
Redfish Point. I'm like, okay.
Well, thank you so much for coming on
Thank
and
you for
reaching
having
out
me.
to come on.
Pleasure
Big
to
hand
have you
for
on.
Derek Darnell, everybody. Thank you, sir. Before we hang up for the evening, I want to invite Liza up for 2 minutes. She is going to come on the show on the 30th. And thank you very much for coming on. Appreciate it. Liza King announced that she is running for District 6 earlier tonight. She went down to the elections office, and she is the 3rd candidate for District number 6. And we're going to have you on the
Thank you.
30th, but I just wanted to ask you what is wrong with you? Why are you running for city council?
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
I'm so excited. I am looking forward to this race. I want to serve. I want to give back to, I'm a lifelong Cape Coral resident
Okay.
and want to give back to the city, want to bring it back home. I've served the state courts for the last 33 years.
Wow.
I started when I was 5.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
say.
do you have a kickoff party ready to go?
I do. I am going to start working on the final details of that and looking to have something finalized by the end of this month.
And what made you decide to run? Why? Did you see a
Was there an
specific issue?
issue? Yeah.
There's not a specific issue. I want to be part. I think it's an exciting time for the city of Cape Coral, and I would love to be part of it. I want to bring common sense leadership and just be able to make a difference. As Councilman Donnell said, you're one of 8 votes, but
Mhm.
it's not just one. That one can make a difference. So I'm looking forward to that.
Of all of the issues, and there's quite a few that going on, is there one or two that you really want to champion or focus on?
I mean, what I'd like to do is I would want to find out how we can make a difference in terms of being able to connect a little better with the citizens so that they understand that they are, in fact, being heard and feel that they're being listened to. I think that's important. In terms of a specific project, obviously, one that is near and dear to me right now is the UEP.
Okay.
It's a huge concern for the district that I'm in and the costs involved. It has to happen, but the question is, how can we go about it to help the community in the best way?
So Liza, and I don't want to do the whole interview tonight, but one of the things you see at council meetings and you hear sometimes is that the council isn't listening. And then the council members come on the show and they try and knock that down, that they are listening. When you're out there talking to people, what do you hear? What is the truth according to the people you talk to?
Well, and that's what I need to try to figure out a little more. I need to dig a little deeper. I just want to go and meet and talk to as many residents as possible and try to understand why it is, or what, not what it is, because their perception is what matters, right?
Mhm.
So how can we change that perception? How can we improve that, enhance that? Maybe impossible to turn it around completely, but if I can make it better, that's what I'm looking to do.
Cool. And so you're officially filed today. What's that whole process like? You go down to the elections office, they fingerprint you. I mean, what do they do?
No, about 3 hours ago, so I'm fresh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that you're putting me on the spot. It's good for me.
Yeah.
So no, it was relatively painless. You have to make an appointment, and as long as you go there prepared and with all your paperwork in order, I think I was in and out of there maybe about 35 minutes.
Oh, and how much money do you think you need to raise?
I would like to raise a minimum of $50,000.
Gotcha. And
Do you have a website up?
Not yet.
Okay.
And so
So
you're,
you sort of have to file before you get everything going. So that's what I'll be looking
Well,
to
it's
do in
been
the
3
next several
hours.
days.
Come on, let's get going.
I know. Hey, we're Facebook official, so
very
that
nice.
counts, right?
That's easy. And so, and free. And so you're running for District 6. You're running against 2 other candidates right now, Annette Warren and Ray Muley. And Ray's going to be on next week. You'll be on the 30th. We'll get Annette back on. And that's Keith Long's
It is.
spot. I don't think he's running. I think he's pretty clear. He certainly
No,
hasn't.
I've spoken to Keith personally, and he is not running again. So that's when
Awesome.
I made my decision.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that
Yeah.
news, and we will see you on the 30th.
Thank you.
All right. Big
Thank you
hand
so
for
much.
Liza, everybody. Good luck in the race there. And all right, everybody. We appreciate you coming out and sitting through the show today. And don't forget, Mondays with the mayor is back, and that is this Monday, the 12th, and that's virtual. So you can watch it on your computer. You can watch it after the show is over, and you can send questions to me in advance if you'd like to ask the mayor. It's 5 o'clock not every Monday. This Monday, just about 2 weeks. So
All right.
we'll see you at the Art Festival, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for coming out. Bye-bye.